A beautiful morning to you. This is Housing Development, a program that answers all your questions on housing matters. I am your housing diva, Fleur Annie. Coming up on the program, Federal Housing Authority set to go digital to curtail real estate scam. We'll also look at curbing fraud in real estate, plus Nigerians narrate their experience with real estate scammers on Voices on the Streets. This and more will be coming up on the program right after the trending news in the sector.
The federal government and all states of the federation have adopted rent-to-own schemes as an alternative funding strategy to bridge the country's 17 million housing deficits. The government has also warned landlords and property owners against the exploitative practice of collecting advance rent from tenants in excess of 1 year, directing all state governments to enact law to criminalize such practice. These decisions were contained in a 6-page report of the 10th meeting of the National Council of Lands, Housing and Urban Development held in Lagos between October 18 and 21, 2021. The council comprises the federal government, 36 states of the federation, and the Federal Capital Development Authority (FCDA) under the chairmanship of the Minister of Works and Housing, Mr. Babatunde Fashola. Abuja International Housing Show (AIHS), the largest housing and construction show, has launched an all-students housing membership club to build next-generation housing, real estate, and mortgage leaders. The Chief Executive Officer of Fesadeb Group, organizers of AIHS, Festus Adebayo, stated that the Next Generation Real Estate Leaders Club is an initiative that will serve as one of its social responsibility of not just reducing unemployment in the country, but also empowering young Nigerians to be hardworking, independent, and successful. Adebayo added that this institution of the Student Membership Club will help to bring real estate to the level of students who may want to develop a career in this area. He therefore enjoined Nigerian students, home and abroad, to avail themselves of the opportunity and to become members. He revealed that AIHS will partner with selected higher institutions and organizations in Nigeria to financially support this so that the contents and opportunities are free to all students. Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote, is set to hand over the refurbished main bowl pitch of the MKO Abiola National Stadium, Abuja, to the federal government in November. Adedeji Adesoji, Executive Director of Aaron Nigeria Limited, the contractor handling the stadium's renovation, disclosed this during his inspection of the world-class edifice in Abuja recently. Adesoji said the new scoreboards installed at the stadium are video assistant referee, VAR compliant, adding that the platinum tape paspalum grass was used, the same type FIFA approved for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. According to him, the project started in August 2020 and they were supposed to finish in March 2021. But due to some hitches, like the drainage that had collapsed after several years of not being in use, which took 3 months to fix. He added that they had changed all the 24 water sprinklers, fixed the scoreboards to international standards, and also installed recording time, playback, and fast-forward devices.
You can can read the full details of the headline news and more on www.africanhousingnews.com. Moving on, now let's face it, the rental world is not immune to scammers. In fact, you might have had your own experience with a rental scam or heard stories from friends, families and co-workers about theirs. Now share your experience with us on the social media handles displayed on your TV screen. Let's watch as some Nigerians narrate some experience.
Personally, I've not been scammed, but I've been, with people that have been scammed, and I know how the situation is out there. It's very brutal. Understand? People are, I think it all has to come down to people are just only after the money. They're not actually after satisfying the people.
I've not been scammed before, but I do know that it's actually very hard to get houses these days, and I think also one of the reasons why people get scammed is because the agents that actually help them get houses, I don't know if they have an association or anything. I mean, anybody can just come up and say, I'm an agent.
Personally, have not experienced it myself, but I do have clientele. I do have clients who I'm handling their matters, who have had such experience, regarding these scam issues, because it's really unfortunate that someone would invest huge amounts of money and then at the end of the day he doesn't get return or satisfaction for his money spent.
My in-law has been scammed. He bought land in Abuja here, I think in Napo, and after sometimes they seize the land from them and then they say they wanted to compensate them. I think for more than 10 years now, the whole thing has gone.
I have somebody who is close to me presently now. He's going through such an issue. He paid half a money of an apartment, hoping that maybe when the month comes to an end, he will pay the final balance of it. And before he could know, they have given the house to somebody. The money he has paid before for a deposit has not been refunded to him, and the house has not been given to him in another way. What I think the government should do is they should try and build housing that low-income earners could be able to afford and access it. Because if you look at the rate of housing built today, the low-income earner could not go close to those houses because of, if you hear their prices, they are something skyrocketed that you cannot go close for.
We need the government to come in and actually, how am I going to put it? Actually try to make things easier for we the common man, because real estate currently, housing development programs, they are not really working for the common man. They are only serving the elite.
If the government can, try and help and maybe the agents can have an association where they are recognized, and before you go about engaging someone as an agent, it should be from someone that you can trust, maybe with certification and all. I think that will help in reducing the level of scamming in the whole country and all.
The government is supposed to have like a kind of office, whether from the Federal Capital Development Authority or the Federal Housing Authority, FHA. They should have a department where complaints of this can be lodged and where investigations regarding these matters can also be carried out.
Government should come into this situation. People are being scammed in this time. In Abuja city here, they lost a lot of money. You see somebody selling land to 2 or 3 people, collecting money and all of those things. So this issue is critical, and I don't think it's good. So I think government should step into the issue and then help a lot of people in this situation.
What is the name of my grandson? Suleiman.
That's a good name. May the Almighty preserve him.
Amin.
Now that your family is growing, this is the time for you to start thinking of a house of your own.
Abba, the thought of this has always been on my mind. To build a house now, you need a lot of money, and that is what is holding me back.
Sonny, what you need is a mortgage. NHF mortgage loan. With NHF mortgage loan, you own a house upfront and pay gradually over a long period of time.
Abba, I will go to the FMBN office right away.
Come join us at FMBN and let's shelter Nigeria together.
Voices on the street there, everyone has a tale to tell when it comes to real estate and rental scam. But then, how do we curb fraud cases in real estate? Prince Seyi Lufadeju, the Board of Trustee Chairman of REDAN and former Managing Director of Shelter Afrique, has this to say.
Over time, a lot of Nigerians have had ugly experiences with fraudsters who pose as real estate agents and trade properties not fit for purposes which they were bought or leased, and in some cases dupe buyers of their hard-earned monies. There have also been reported cases of connivance with other sets of people to outrightly defraud unsuspecting members of the public, ranging from selling properties with fake documents to selling a single property to 2 or more buyers. Many of these cases have been reported and the culprits brought to book. The real question is, how can future occurrence of fraud in the real estate industry be prevented? The Chairman, Board of Trustees, Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria, Prince Seyi Lufadeju, in an interview with Housing Development Program, says there is need for registration of all professionals in order to regulate the real estate profession.
In order to control the incidence of fraud in real estate, there are quite a few issues that will come to be in place. And most importantly is the need for registration, for regulation of the profession of real estate. Because the profession of real estate is a profession, it's not a practice that anybody, a quack, somebody can just leave any other type of employment, whether teaching or civil service or whatever they are doing, and just come because they have people who can give them maybe contact to acquire land or to acquire funding, and they just come into the profession like that. No, it cannot be so. If we continue to keep it on that way, then of course the incidence of fraud will continue to occur.
In taking precautionary measures when trying to acquire a property, Prince Seyi says the best thing to do is to ensure that one is in contact with the right regulatory agencies and departments in order not to be misguided.
Well, I guess if you want to acquire land, the issue of land is a big problem in the country, and you find a lot of quacks who are dealing in land who say they have land titles which are fake titles and things. I think the best thing to do is to ensure that you are in contact with the regulatory agencies, the land information people, the land departments of the various governments. You must go to them and ensure that you are getting the right information for acquisition of land in any part. Dealing with people who are carrying papers around, CFOs around, will not be of good use, because most of these papers they are carrying around, they are fake documents. They cannot stand the test of time.
In ending this problem, however, there is the need for the government and stakeholders to work hand in hand to achieve this aim.
Prince Seyi Lufadeju there speaking on curbing fraud cases in real estate. Whether you're renting or buying, real estate can be a tricky business. And in today's technology-saturated world, scams seem to thrive in real estate market. Rental scams are executed by criminals in a variety of ways, but the goal is the same: milk potential tenants out of much money as possible. Now, with a myriad of sketchy scams awaiting eager buyers and renters, it is important to always be vigilant, exercising skepticism and avoiding suspiciously attractive offers is a great place to start. Let's go for a short break. I'll be back.
What if I told you you could find paradise in the Niger Delta? What if I told you you could find real estate that you desire that is world-class in the Niger Delta? And I tell you, look no further, the Plantation City Estate Development by Delta Megatrends Nigeria Limited is just what you need. They've got a well-structured and smart building plans, 24 hours uninterrupted power, constant water supply, 24 hours pharmacy, a bank, a shopping mall, lounges, well-secured entrance, automated gate, access road, police station, well-paved roads, street light, fantastic green areas, green ambience, park for adults and children, and a good spot for customer service support. And it's just amazing that all of this is happening in the Niger Delta in Otokutu Warri Delta State, where you have instantly about 18% return on investment for every property you buy. Hurry today and be part of the paradise going on in the Niger Delta by calling these numbers 0802-808-8144 or visit www.deltamegatrend.ng. Plantation City, your dream city in nature.
Welcome back. The program is Housing Development. In tackling the issue of fraud in real estate and land transactions, the Managing Director of Federal Housing Authority says his agency is set to go digital soon in order to curb the fraudulent activities of scammers.
Scams in the real estate industry in Nigeria are real. In property and real estate, the scammer claims ownership of a property in order to con their victims out of their money. They sometimes proceed to sell out the same property to multiple people, leaving them in confusion as to who legally owns the property. They often present their victims with documents which appears to be genuine but are fake. In most cases, they exploit the emotions of their victims by telling them how desperate they are to get money into solving an imminent problem, such as medical bills, travel expenses, and so on. Then they buttress their point by beating down the price of the property to further convince their victims. Speaking on fraudulent activities in real estate transaction, the Managing Director of Federal Housing Authority, Senator Gbenga Ashafa, said he will not rest on his oath to get such fraudulent culprits dealt with.
Anybody that is in the housing industry, particularly when you are saddled with the responsibility of issuance of documents, there is no way you will wriggle out of, all these forgeries and fraudulent acts. I remember my days in the Lagos State government as Executive Secretary and Permanent Secretary. The internationally renowned Oluwole is still there till tomorrow. And the signature of those who are signing letters and documents, certificates, including that of the governor and the president, you will find it there for a cost. The police are doing their own, but I want to get that in any part of the world you find people who are doing this, they will never change. Ours is not to rest in our cause and ensure that at any point in time when we have to nab them, they get the full weight of the law.
Speaking further, Senator Ashafa says FHA is set to go digital on land registration, as this will help forestall the activities of scammers.
On digitalization, I want to let you know again, by the end of November, we've set the ball rolling. As I'm speaking with you, the vendors who are going to put this thing in place are being processed and profiled through the due process, and they are going through the EPE. They've gone through all the processes, and then it's just about the end now. And everybody is waiting at this end to see it happen, and it will happen.
Real estate investment in Nigeria is one of the riskiest forms of investment. A minor mistake can lead to losing one's hard-earned money, possibly one's life savings. It is quite possible to find a great deal, and most probably you want to act quickly in order not to lose the offer to someone else. But the problem with rushing and buying or renting process is that you have little time to question the real estate transaction. Verify the person you're working with in the real estate transaction. Do not take whoever you're working with at face value. Ensure you do your research about that person. This is the digital age.
Welcome back. Away from real estate and rental scam, on a brighter note, the Nigerian Housing Awards, the most prestigious awards in the housing sector, is set to hold in December 2021. It's an annual event that celebrates the success of firms, individuals, teams, and companies who are setting trends in innovative construction, consistency in high industry standards in the housing and construction industry. The Nigerian Housing Awards, which cuts across banking, the built industry, construction, manufacturing, and real estate, is said to be Africa's biggest award event in the housing sector. The nominations and voting for this year's awards is currently ongoing, and you can participate via the website displayed on your TV screen.
It is time to celebrate excellence in the housing and construction industry. Who deserves this special recognition for excellence? Here are the categories: President of Professional Bodies, Nigeria Housing Person of the Year, Housing Friendly Governor of the Year, Affordable Housing Person of the Year, CEO of Real Estate Company of the Year, Mortgage Bank of the Year, Cement Company of the Year, Housing Finance Personality of the Year, Affordable Housing Project of the Year, Commissioner for Housing of the Year, Best NGO in Housing Sector of the Year, Real Estate Developer of the Year, Smart City Development Company of the Year, Housing Events of the Year, ICT Supports for Housing of the Year, CEO Mortgage Bank of the Year, Housing Friendly Legislator of the Year, Best Architectural Design for Housing Project of the Year, Affordable Housing Champion of the Year, Housing Friendly Commercial Bank of the Year, Housing Program of the Year, Housing Friendly TV Station of the Year, Housing Friendly Newspaper of the Year, Housing Reporter of the Year. Let's celebrate the best in our sector. Let's promote excellence in all aspects of the Nigerian housing and construction industry.
And the award goes to
As our culture is on the program every Wednesday, it is time for our Woman Crush Wednesday. Let's find out who this amazing personality is.
Let's celebrate our woman crush this Wednesday, Mrs. Isoke Omo. She is the executive chairman of the Edo Development and Property Agency, EDPA. She attended the River State University of Science and Technology, Port Harcourt, River State, and obtained AP Tech degree in Estate Management in 1992. She also obtained an MBA in 1999 from the prestigious University of Hull in United Kingdom. She holds a certificate in Executive Strategy for Results from London Business School. She has over 3 decades of experience in the built environment in Nigeria and United Kingdom. She joined ASO Investment and Development Company Limited, AIDC, as the Managing Director and CEO and delivered affordable housing projects in Cross Rivers, Ondo, Oyo, and Abia states. Isoke Omo was declared the best female Chief Executive Officer of state-owned housing agencies in Nigeria at the Abuja International Housing Show in 2019. In the last few months, she and her team have embarked on massive reforms in the housing sector, which have yielded positive results in the development of the 70-hectare Emoto Gardens, Jara Mall, as well as the revamp of assets managed by EDPA in Abuja, Lagos, Delta, and Edo states. This amazing woman is an embodiment of great achievement and an inspiration to the female gender and a role model to a lot of youths. As a result of her achievements, Isoke Omo has been chosen as our woman crush this Wednesday.
And is a wrap on today's edition of Housing Development. Thanks for watching. Why not keep in touch with us on the social media handles displayed on your TV screen? To watch today's episode and previous ones, you can do that via the YouTube channel Housing TV Africa. I remain Flora Ani, your Housing Diva. See you soon.